Welcome design students. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this really cool glowing signature effect in Photoshop. We're going to use the pen tool and the pen tool selection tool, and we're also going to use brushes and brush settings and layer effects to create this composition. So let's get started. You're going to need to create a new document, and I would make it 1000 by 1000 pixels. And click Create. And you should have something like this. And then we're going to fill this background layer with black. So let's reset our colors. And we're going to fill it with the foreground color. So that is Option Delete. And then we're going to come over here to the pen tool, which is right here. We're going to click and hold and use the freeform pen tool. And then we're going to create a signature. Now the freeform pen tool allows you to write by just clicking your left mouse button and holding and moving the pen tool. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to have to come back and fix it again anyway. And next we're going to have to use a combination of the delete anchor point tool and the convert point tool and the direct selection tool and the path selection tool to accomplish the next step. So let's start with the direct selection tool and click one of our paths, in this case this one. Then I'm going to zoom in on the L in my case, and you can see that I've got a lot of points here. I don't need all these points. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my delete anchor point tool, and I'm going to delete some of the ones that I don't think I need. And then I'm going to get the direct selection tool and sort of clean it up a little bit. See these handles? You can click and drag them. And you can see here that if I drag this one, I've got an extra point there. But this one is a broken Bezier handle point or a Bezier corner. It needs to be converted. This one is like I want, so I'm just going to move it out like that. I need a smooth curve up here, so I need to get the delete anchor point tool and delete this one. Then I need to get the convert point tool here, and I need to convert this one to a curve. And then this one I'm just going to go ahead and assume it's not like I want and convert it to a curve as well. And that is what you got to do. You just got to go through here and clean this up, converting things into points that are not the right kind of point and moving points that need to be moved and deleting points that need to be deleted. And this will take some time, but you just got to stick with it. Okay, I'm going to stop doing this right at this particular point because I want to show you the next step. Okay, so once you get it cleaned up, you can zoom out a little bit. You're going to create a new layer. So just click the new layer button and you should have a new layer like this. And then what we're going to do is get the brush tool right here. And you're going to come up to your brush settings and you're going to make it smaller. You may have to do this a couple times, but you're going to make it smaller. Don't want it to be too big because we're going to brush the paths that we created here. And then going to make sure that the foreground color is white because we're going to paint with white. And then you're going to get your path selection tool and you're going to click on a path and there are several paths here. This particular one has 4, right? You're going to click on a path, you're going to right click on it, and you're going to select Stroke Subpath. And then this little dialog will pop up. You need to make sure that Brush is selected and that Simulate Pressure is checked, and then click OK. And you can see that it creates like a brush stroke that simulates the brush starting out light, getting heavier, and then fading out. Now this may not be appropriate for every part of what you're doing, but it looks pretty good on some parts of it. So just continue doing that. Right click, Stroke Subpath, Simulate Pressure, Brush, OK. Right click, Stroke Subpath, Simulate Pressure, Brush, OK. Now this one, I'm going to uncheck Simulate Pressure to show you what that looks like. Now see, that really looks better than this. Here, I'm just going to do this again because I think I like that better. How you do it is up to you. You can either simulate pressure or not. Up to you. So once you get that done, we're going to apply the glow effect. To apply the glow effect, you double click on the new layer that you created and you apply outer glow, and then you adjust the settings. To access the settings, you click the layer effect and then you adjust the settings. You can adjust the color, you can adjust the size, you can adjust the spread, you can adjust the opacity, and you can adjust the blending mode. And that's how you do it. And once you finish this, export as a JPEG and turn it into this assignment. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.